Welcome to the Asian Idols channel. I'm Tom. Today, our video features the following exciting
Luo
content.
Jin's latest appearance worries fans. After his father's passing and divorce rumors, his new drama promo shows a tired, unshaven look. No one could have imagined that the man who appeared so gaunt and exhausted over the past year was silently enduring both his father's severe illness and an overwhelming wave of divorce rumors. Now that the truth has finally come to light, it turns out that the so-called marital crisis between Luo Jin and Tang was, in fact, a deeply private act of family protection. The story begins at the end of 2024. It was then that Luo Jin's father, Luo Shengxi, was diagnosed with a critical illness. Luo Jin immediately cancelled all his work commitments, including 2 leading roles he had already agreed to. He chose to stay full-time at a Beijing hospital to accompany and care for his father. Those haggard photos circulating online were never signs of marital trouble, they were simply the exhaustion of a son keeping vigil at his father's bedside. One heartbreaking detail was the yellow wristband often spotted on his arm. Many assumed it was a prop from a drama set, but it was actually the caregiver band issued by the hospital. Luo Jin took on everything in silence, never offering a single explanation to the public. And Tang? She stayed in Shanghai to care for their 6-year-old daughter, little Candy. This division of responsibilities was something the couple had planned, a staggered caregiving arrangement. But to outsiders, it became evidence of a marital split. By May, online speculation had reached a boiling point. People noticed their social media IP locations were often in different cities, Tang in Shanghai, Luo Jin in Beijing. Others pointed out that the two had not interacted on social platforms for months, that Tang had appeared at an event without her wedding ring, and that some business affiliations between them seemed to have been dissolved. So-called insiders even claimed that after a public event in 2024, the couple had never appeared together again. Some pointed to corporate records showing no direct links between their companies, insisting it proved a completed commercial separation. What made matters worse was that during the most critical period of Luo Jin's father's illness, Tang was attacked online as cold and unfilial simply because her IP address showed she was still in Shanghai. Certain gossip accounts even declared with certainty, Tang will not attend the funeral. The divorce is already settled. And the result? On November 23, at the funeral of Luo Jin's father, every rumor collapsed instantly. Tang appeared in a long black coat, walking closely behind Luo Jin. On her left arm was the traditional mourning band worn by daughters-in-law, an honor that would never be granted if she were no longer recognized as part of the Luo family. According to people on site, Tang had arrived quietly through a private entrance in the early hours to avoid disrupting the ceremony. Not only did she show up, she was seen supporting her grieving mother-in-law throughout the service, gently patting her back. When Luo Jin choked up while reading his eulogy, Tang discreetly handed him a tissue, her eyes full of pain and concern. Another moment at the funeral deeply moved those present. Luo Jin, as the couple's only son, carried the portrait at the front of the procession. Yet whenever the line paused, he would instinctively turn his head to look for Tang in the crowd. That unspoken reliance is something no one can fake. Even more touching, Tang Yan's parents also attended. In traditional Chinese customs, if a daughter's marriage were truly in crisis, her family would not typically appear at her in-law's funeral. Tang Yan's father's presence was itself a powerful statement about the stability of the couple's relationship. After the funeral, Tang and Luo Jin returned together to their Beijing home. Media captured the two entering their marital residence, putting to rest claims that they had long been living separately. Looking back, the truth of their marriage had always been hidden in plain sight. In August, fans spotted the family of 3 at Shanghai Disneyland, with Luo Jin holding his daughter's hand and staying close to Tang the entire time. There were also photos of Tang quietly carrying a rice cooker to the hospital to bring a warm meal to her father-in-law. Yet these tender moments were drowned out by the noise of online speculation. On set, Luo Jin's phone wallpaper was a silhouette photo of the 3 of them. And while many believed she stayed in Shanghai all year, Tang actually made 7 secret trips to Beijing, each time choosing the earliest or latest flights to avoid public attention. Now, when all these details are connected, the picture becomes clear. They were simply coordinating responsibilities during an extraordinarily difficult time. Even the funeral wreath sent by Deng Zhao and Sun Li bore their joint signature, something rarely done unless a couple's marital status is publicly affirmed. During the wake, Tang Yan's mother brought a thermos box of sweet fermented rice balls, a favorite of both Luo Jin and Tang Yan. Neighbors saw Tang Yan feed him a couple of spoonfuls before he took over himself. These trivial, intimate moments speak far louder than any PR statement ever could. From the parking lot to the restaurant were 9 steps. Tang Yan paused twice on the way up, and each time Luo Jin slowed down with her. At the cracked 6th step, he instinctively reached out to steady her elbow. The gesture lasted no more than 2 seconds, yet it conveyed 1,000 unspoken emotions. Thinking back now, Luo Jin's masked speech at the press conference was perhaps the most fitting response to the past year. In an entertainment world obsessed with headlines, he and Tang Yan chose silence and responsibility. Faced with his father's illness, Luo Jin set aside his flourishing career. Faced with public misunderstanding, Tang Yan responded with quiet, unwavering action. Ultimately, the months-long divorce rumors were dispelled not by any official announcement, but by a simple plastic bag of shared household trash, discarded together as they returned home. It sounds almost humorous, yet life is often like that. The truth hides in the most ordinary details. While the world speculated whether their marriage was falling apart, one of them was fulfilling filial duty, and the other was raising their child. Perhaps this is what modern marriage really looks like. Not constant displays of affection, but standing together through the hardest moments, supporting each other without needing applause.
Think about this topic. Feel free to leave your thoughts and comments below. If this is your first time watching our channel, please hit the subscribe button to support us. Thank you.